rivalries are being made right on the spot.
Yeah, and even future rivalries too, because if you look at both of the
Exactly.
rosters here for New Bern and JP Knapp too, you're going to notice New Bern has 4 freshmen on their team, and the oldest person on the team is a sophomore, which is going to be the DPS of B-Sky, which we'll notice later on as well. J-Knapp on the other side too, you've got 2 freshmen lined up on the tank of the DPS, and then 1 DPS, 2 supports lining up as juniors. So none of these guys going to be graduating, which means even if they don't have a say in what their bracket potential is going to be, they actually have another chance later on if this keeps going. So I mean, really, this is more just settling down, making sure you've got, mostly freshmen, I should say, out of New Bern. The fact that you're 1-0 means you've got some stability, you've got a good start here. So as we head into our first map of Ilios here and the Lighthouse, this is going to really, today is going to again show you the determination from these teams. Day one, if it doesn't go their way, day two is going to show you a little bit something different here. Maybe they adjust, maybe they go back to their great coaches that will tell them, hey, let's group together, let's breathe, let's stabilize here. But for New Bern right now, you're looking at pretty much something along the lines of that Bastion that we normally see, Lucio Mora for that speed. But the one thing I am surprised about on both ends here is that the Roadhog comes out if this stands, because I have not seen a Roadhog here in quite a long time in Overwatch 2.
No, I mean, it could certainly work. I mean, unless you have an on the other side, a Roadhog can be nigh unkillable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, New Bern absolutely building for the future and building some strange compositions along the way. This is one of 3 teams coming out of New Bern. They love their Overwatch over there, and it's exciting to see all these freshmen here. 6 freshmen in this game. Not a whole lot in this league, but let's see what they got. It's New Bern taking on JP Knapp as we kick off day 2.
Yeah, and you can see the competition as well with the Audi as well, kind of a different thing, but this Reaper is going to play a lot in your backline, and already a first kill for the Reaper as I say that.
Yeah, Water Bottle's trying to see if they can pick out Jackbird as well, but oh no, now she's going to find herself surrounded. The Melody comes up not just with that opening pick, but manages to get several more on the back of it. New Bern grab that first control.
Yeah, and the Melody already with this Reaper coming out very, very big, because with the Reaper, I mean, nothing to check in so far, and especially with the Reaper onto a Hog combination, if there's nothing to really stop that Reaper just can run rampant free in your back line, and with that Wraith form escape, easy enough to get out of. So what this Cassidy and Soldier combination are going to have to do is try to protect the back line, because otherwise, and try to group together, but if that Death Blossom comes online already at 77%, that's most trouble for this team from JP Knapp.
I mean, before you finish your sentence, Melody's put another 7% on the board, and that kill is only going to go up even higher as Melody continues to hound this JP Knapp squad. Death Blossom now alive, ready to go. Johnny has to fade out of there. No more cooldowns. Leaves Cosmito kind of up alone against the Reaper. But fortunately for JP Knapp, they managed to find still Red Snack and get the source of healing out of there. Large sustain now absent. And with that, JP Knapp trying to see if they can close things out with this whole hog. Takes down B-Sky out of the corner. A lot of low health bars too off the side, including the Death Blossom from the Melody.
And Cosmito might have just saved the game there. Melody using the Death Blossom, but gets knocked off the map entirely, so that Reaper goes for nothing there. And so a big, big play from JP Knapp's side. They get the point flip. And honestly, with the way this is going right now, JP Knapp can have the abilities to stay alive in this. This is the stall comp. The healing pylon's going to help you out a little bit. And even just no Ana, like you were saying, either that's needed for this composition. Now, New Bern is going to have the Melody come in and kind of rip away, but they do have 3 ultimates to work with on either side. So this is probably going to be a Q game of really both sides adding up.
Well, New Bern going to use their only DPS ult to start things off, but Big Man Bo is already falling on point as Water Bottle makes their way in, and then just sneak one out, goes around the back looking for another hook. Meanwhile, there's a Captive Sun on the objective itself, and Jackbird finds 2 on the back of it. Still Red second lander, just get bunched up enough, and Jackbird gets 2 quick kills, ends up with 3 before it's all said. Make it 4! Nice job from the Yari.
So the Yachty Outburst, for those that don't know, provides you a chance in an environmental kill the same way a Lucio does with the sound wave. So the Yachty getting 3 there on this map, not surprising, but shocking at the same time, because I thought New Bern had a chance at that, but now you've only got 1 ultimate, which is a Coalescence. JP Knapp coming on 2, and the big thing for New Bern is they did not get the healing pylon at all. That thing is still up before this fighting starts.
Gonna fall on the approach. Lander once again is able to start things off strong with New Bern in general. Move on to the outside. Oh no, this Coalescence is going to force everybody back. Jackbird won't get it done that time as JP Knapp is forced back. Cosmito is already down as well. So With the tank absent, this is just an inevitable flip in the making.
Yeah, inevitable flip here for New Bern. They get it right back, but I want to see the ultimates online for both sides because I know that you were saying a Coalescence got used, but this fight is still going, actually, and now there's 2 off the map.
These guys getting a lot closer to their own sound barrier after that double boop. Everybody's taking a swim here on Lighthouse. Hope you brought your floaties, friends.
Yeah, what is that, like 7 eliminations now? I mean, this is kind of unreal to think about. 7 eliminations off the map. I mean, it's got to be something of that nature. I don't think I've ever seen this many environmental kills in one game. Uh-oh.
I thought Melody was just going to death blossom from the top ropes. Ends up getting picked off by Kajuka Bazooka, or Kajuka Buka. There we go. Cosmito with another whole hog. There's more add to the tally. Down to the beach party you go. Lander and Water Bottle join the plethora that have been sit down with environmental kills. And this one's enough for JP Knapp to potentially hold on. There's the touch at the very end. Still Red Stack will fall on the back of that. Melody with a Death Blossom gets interrupted, gets taken down, hooked out of it. No shot. JP Knapp will take our first sub map.
Yeah, and I mean, really good job by JP Knapp there to keep hold of it. I mean, New Bern doesn't even get a chance to use the sound barrier from B-Sky, which is really, really big. So for right now, I mean, JP Knapp looking pretty stable, but at the same time, that was a very close map, number one. Very, very close, because you had basically everything going your way except for the end. And really what that Yachty provides as well, just constant healing with the healing pylon. Yes, it's not main healing, but I mean, it's still really big output healing at the same time, even combined with the gun as well. So this Yachty doing wonders. Now, you wonder if New Bern decides maybe we try to go on a stop the Roadhog that Cosmito has been playing, because Cosmito has been playing such a great game on the Roadhog thus far for them. And now New Bern deciding, well, Mercy, Lucio, maybe Mercy to boost up the Bastion mainly, but this is not going to provide a lot of healing for you, so it's a good thing you've got a Roadhog with the Take a Breather as well as the Reaper Escape on Wraith form. So this is going to be pretty interesting to find out if New Bern has enough healing for what JP Knapp can bring.
I don't know what happened to Johnny, missed a rollout or something, but ends up off the side, and that means a 4v5 for first fight for JP Knapp. There's a lot of sustain lacking, and Kajuka Buka fills the brunt of that. Water Bottle able to find Cosmito as well. Looks like the more utility-focused supports working out well here for New Bern. They'll grab first cap, but they're still missing 2 of their players. And here comes some reinforcements for JP Knapp.
Yeah, I mean, good so far from JP Knapp, but I mean, just building ultimates to that Yachty Captive Sun, because really nothing to cleanse it. The only thing you're going to have here to cleanse that is maybe a sound barrier at that. But New Bern, on the other hand, not coming up on a single ultimate except for Lander's Artillery Strike. But as soon as I say that, this is a very quick fight here that Water Bottle's going to be in trouble.
Well, they're able to hit that Take a Breather. Look at all extra healing coming from the Mercy. Love that addition to where Take a Breather kind of acts like a Bionade from an Ana. Captive Sun coming out from Jackbird. Had a huge one in the first game. Trade from the DPS. Jackbird is looking for somewhere to drop that Sun. Believe that did land onto the Mercy behind Water Bottle. And B-Sky had to just kind of back up. But it doesn't really dissuade New Bern whatsoever. They are still as steadfast as ever, holding this point. Hook into Water Bottle, just gets him closer to their own. Oh, look at this flank. Big Man Bo finds B-Sky out of the back. It's just Lucio healing. The Melody is extremely low as well after trying to Death Blossom. There's an opening here for JP Knapp, but they got to act now.
Gotta act now with the, there's a great hook to disrupt the entire whole hog. So well done by JP Knapp. So now they have the entry, but do they have enough to go ahead and go right on into this point to capture it?
Well, it's Lander picking off Johnny on that approach. Once again, I feel like the Bastion is just hunting this Moira, knowing it's going to be the bulk of their sustain, which was just made life difficult. Jackbird's still bringing it back, though. She has been utterly impressive here on the Ayari. Nice hook. Lander is gone. Follow-up shot. B-Sky fares no better. Lucio's going to dance around and build up as much percentage as they can on the point. Oh, no. Gets out at just the right time. Ah, can't quite get away. It was a good call, still Red Snack, but Jackbird's not letting you go.
Yeah, New Bern, though, showing good discipline, not wasting any ultimates. And as I say that, there's the Artillery Strike, which everybody can get out of here. So that's one ultimate just gone. So now the really things you're going to have are 2 support ultimates. Need to come up big. No DPS ult coming up from New Bern as well. Knapp's going to have the Bastion Artillery Strike and a Coalescence and a Captive Sun. JP Knapp on the right foot here if they want to keep this point, especially with only 15% left for New Bern.
Able to bring it back last time. Captive Sun combined with Artillery Strike. Actually didn't even need the Captive Sun. Oh, man. It's individual kills, individual targeting. Jackbird takes half the team. Kajuka Buka takes the other half.
I mean, I feel like you didn't need all of that. I mean, like you were saying earlier on, I feel like you didn't need that Captive Sun, maybe not even the Coalescence that Johnny used as well. If you're able to build it up quickly, that's fine and all, but now New Bern's coming up with 2 ultimates on their own with their Valkyrie as well as the Soundbearer. So if the Melody can bring themselves up to the Death Blossom, this is going to spell real trouble with no support ults coming up for JP Knapp.
We'll take a breather at just the right time. Jackbird already 45% towards another one. They just used it. She just used that ult. That's ridiculous with the Cosmito down. Both takes her out. Rez coming through in the back line as Beast Guy just has clear as day. Nothing contesting that Rez. Still Red Snake sits 2 more below in the meantime. Still Red Snake holding down the front line while Waterbottle's getting Rez in the back. And this one's going to get flipped once again. Sound Barrier just to ensure it. A hook puts Jackbird into the well.
Now you're in a back foot situation here. You lost the Iati. That would have been a back off situation. Regroup with the rest of the team because you still had 15% left to go. So now this is just going to be a stagger fight in favor of New Bern right now.
Chugabuka is not quite getting the touch. The Lucio is there to boop them back. They want to get on just at the last second. Okay, successfully moving through the artillery strike just to initiate the overtime. But Chugabuka cannot stick around in this fight. It's Jackbird with a Captive Sun trying to be the hero for JP Knapp in our second sub-map. Doesn't look like it's gonna land. It was aiming for the back line, but nothing to be found. New Bern will hang on. This time, we're headed to our third and final sub-map. We're going to the ruins.
Yeah, going to the ruins, a good map from New Bern there, knowing that they could hold on. And JP Knapp, though, at the end, feel like you could have backed off, like I was saying, backed off just a little bit there because even if you had 3 people down, you could have had a chance to regroup. Make sure you guys had one more chance at the team fight. 15% still is 15 seconds. You had chances to regroup and get that back all together with the Lucio, with the Diva that you were pulling out as well. So JP Knapp kind of feels like a lost opportunity, especially with that Captive Sun, the way that went. You didn't have much of a follow-up besides what the Iati was bringing. So just a lost opportunity, I feel like. Going into this next map, though, New Bern bringing out the same thing. Don't fix it's not broken, I guess. The Junkrat was working out really well. Oh, a lot of open space, though, so I'm surprised. Really no flyers or really no snipers, but the fact that you're still going to have a soldier who should bring you some good opportunity if Big Man can get themselves going with that tactical visor pretty quickly. And Jackbird's been pretty good getting up the ultimate, so JP Knapp just has to play their cards right, and this Kitsune Rush plus the Bastion plus the meat grinder of that whole hog can absolutely shred a team. So if that Kitsune Rush they play around it, they have a good chance at this.
I just saw the L in Big Name Elbow's name. I was calling the Big Name Bow. There's an L in there. I'm sorry, I'm blind. Nice shooting here out of Lander into the back line, but Cosmito's going to win the duel between the 2 large piles of bacon. Hooked down into the middle, and JP Knapp drops low. New Bern content to stay on the outside, lays some shots down. Lander has to back up for a little bit of heals, but you do still have Still Red Snake was contesting for quite some time. So just now are JP Knapp able to grab that control and start building percentage. And now suddenly Cosmito is dead. They're not going to be able to hold on to this for long properly.
Well, they can if the Helix Rocket starts that off, but again, Lander just being boosted up, just going to be able to shred away means that it's going to go back to New Bern. But in the process, though, you do lose a couple of pieces, right? I mean, you lose out on the not Coalescence, you lose out on the Mercy, or excuse me, Moira very early on in that fight as well. So JP Knapp just really didn't have any support and really didn't have any self-sufficiency to help them out. So now New Bern's got this point. Now they're going to have a Valkyrie coming up. They're going to have that artillery strike. Not only that, the Death Blossom in the back line. So JP Knapp's got to be pretty big and got to pretty much run this dry if they want to have a chance at this. And do not let that Kiriko fall, because I saw that health bar fall just a little bit, Jackbird.
That was scary. That was real darn scary. Big Man Elbow is gonna fall. Here comes Kajugabuga around the corner, just catches Lander completely off guard. Death Blossom into the back though. Melody gets spotted out, can't use it, has to Wraith Form and just get out of dodge. Seeming to touch a panic, getting caught on that ledge, knowing that they almost just fed. There we go, it's hit number 2. This time teleporting up to the top, but Whole Hog is there from Cosmito. Still, Melody can't quite line it up. Rounds the corner. Oh no, there's a Roadhog right in your face. That's not gonna cut it either. The Melody's still struggling to find a place to use this, and meanwhile, Kachukabuka has managed to work their way underneath the front line. New Bern have been annihilated.
Yeah, great Kitsune Rush alongside of a Whole Hog and a artillery strike as well from the Bastion. That'll just rip away at your team, and the Melody just looking for an opportunity to use it. You can find 1 kill on a Death Blossom. That's not too bad for you if you get 1 kill. I think the worry is just getting hooked on by the Roadhog. So just right now with 3 ultimates to use, just wait for a hook to be used. And as soon as that happens, Big Sky just out of the fight now. It's all New Bern.
That was a long distance grenade. Holy cow. That was a Kobe from across the court. Finally, the Death Blossom does come out from Melody, but not enough reinforcements there left. Now, I say that, Lander's still here, Water Bottle's still here, and from what I can tell, as long as the Bastion is still alive, that New Bern is not out of this. They pull this thing back despite going down 2 early in the fight.
Yeah, they didn't use the sound barrier there, which is really good for them. So still Red Snack gets that sound barrier online to them, which is going to be very much needed considering that I'm assuming Big Man Elbow is going to look for attack visor here. So just hold on for the sound barrier. But if they use that sound barrier early like this, it spells trouble. But they did use it with the tactical visor, so well done there.
Yeah, it was in a direct response to Big Man Elbow putting their ultimate in the battlefield as well. Water Bottle falls early once again. Man, these Roadhog, I was talking about how invincible they are, but with the Bastions, I mean, you can't underestimate that Bastion damage. Incredible Riz out of B-Sky, and Water Bottle is back on their fate. The same cannot be said for Melody or Lander. No DPS here for New Bern. And this one is going right back the other direction. Both supports down. JP Knapp with a clean finish this time to the fight. Not letting stragglers take over.
Yeah, Mercy players, don't remember, if you're rezzing in front of the team, unless you have a Valkyrie, that's a really risky play. So they get the res off, but in the end, you lose the Mercy, which means JP Knapp can just go run rampant. So now 63%, 3 ultimates online. I'm assuming they're going to use the Kitsune Rush here alongside of that whole hog, meaning it's just the meat grinder that's going to be coming up. Nothing online to help out New Bern with this.
This is quickly approaching final fight of this map. Water Bottle went down early, exchange of hooks, and they back out, trying to build up to the rest of their own. Here comes the whole hog Fox combo, and into the brink goes Big Man blow, Big Man elbow, but unfortunately just gets thwarted. Like the whole hog rush didn't do it. They could not break through the seal, couldn't get past the choke. So much damage coming in. Melody will eventually fall, but Water Bottle is dropped off the top rope with a whole hog of their own. Managed to find Cosmito with that one, while Landon takes down their counterpart. This one is going the distance. Big Man Elbow has to drop in, take it on 1v2, and will win at least one of those out. But still, Red Snack has showed up, as well as Beast Guy, to back up their hog, and Water Bottle is there to clean up with all the supports, all the healing they need. Even got a res to get Lander back into this fight. New Bern are on top and in good place to take this map.
Yeah, very good place to take this map. Kabuka will be the only one left to go, but Diva's not going to really do you any good. And a boosted Bastion as well. It's just the Diva you want to get rid of already. Ripped Hire comes out. And at the same time, New Bern coming out with a great map here. And the Lucio still contesting really well. I mean, yeah, this Lucio is just not going to have it. But it's going to be a map taken here from New Bern, and well done by them to really take control of that. You saw the Kitsune Rush alongside of that whole hog. That was the win condition for JNAP, but what they didn't realize was as soon as they used it, they're running right into a Junkrat. And in that choke point that you call the lower end on Ruins, that's not a place you want to run into, especially with Junkrat bombs just kind of spamming you with damage left and right inside of that choke point. So well done by the Junkrat there of New Bern. That gives them the win, that gives them the chance to ultimately take map number 1 on Ruins. So overall, great play there from New Bern. JP Knapp had their opportunities, but it was a close map. I like to see close maps like that. That means both teams are kind of pointing out each other's flaws, making sure that they can take advantage of it, of one after the other mistakes that they've gotten. So well done, both teams. I'm excited to see what map number 2 brings up to us when we get to Midtown.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be an exciting series. A big shout out to Jackbird there. I mean, she with the 5K on the Yari was an outstanding player, one of the most standout of that entire map as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to have to wait to see the conclusion there. We're actually going to cut in. We're going to go check out. Oh, okay. I was about to say we were going to cut into another match, but that map just ended, so never mind. Clutch, it looks like we're just going to stay here and see what happens with this one. I think this is going to be an exciting map. There's definitely a world where JP Knapp send us to that map 3.
Yeah, and map number 3, if we get there, is going to be New Queen Street, which is push, can't tie. Hybrid is the only one that can tie here, but as close as it is, I don't think it draws out of the realm of possibility here, because you're looking at both teams really playing at each other, really just throwing hands one after the other. But the big thing here is that in Midtown, we normally see something of a brawl, something sort of just go right on in with that shred combination. In meta, normally it's been Orisa, Sojourn, May, Bastion, along with the Baptista and the Lucio. We haven't really seen anything of that combination except for the Bastion so far. So for New Bern, trying to boost it up with the Mercy, constant boosting is not a bad idea either, although it's less healing when you've got that Mercy Lucio. And if somehow, some way, JP Knapp can just bull rush right through them,